In this lecture, we'll study the fillet and chamfer sketch tools in different ways that we can apply them. So we'll start with the fillet tool, and then we'll move on to the 3 different types of chamfer tools, which are the equal distance chamfer, distance and angle chamfer, and the 2 distance chamfer. So jumping into Fusion, come under the Create Sketch, select any plane here, and then go ahead with the XZ plane. I'm over here, and to demonstrate this, I'm going to draw in a 2-point rectangle. Start at 1 point here, and I'll add in a horizontal dimension 150, press Tab on the keyboard, vertical dimension 100. So let's say that we wanted to add fillets to each of these corners. We can't to the top, and actually we're going to come under the Modify tools. You'll see fillets available here. We've also got the icon here that we can choose as well. No shortcut assigned, so feel free to add a shortcut if you like. So let's select fillet. So from here, we need to either define a corner point. For example, I could select this corner here. We've got that red preview in place, identifying where the fillet will be. Or what we can do is actually select the vertical line here, and then this horizontal line to give us that fillet between the two. So we'll go ahead and do it the quick way, which is just a single click right in the corner there. And then I've given the parameter of the fillet, so I need to define the fillet radius. In this case, it's given me the default 20. I'm going to go ahead and add 25 mil, and then press Enter on the keyboard. And then you'll see, I'm going to hide the constraints. Possibly there we see the dimension there. So move that up here, and again we can change that. I will left click. Let's go with 18 mil. Okay. Let's do the same principle on this corner, but using a slightly different method. We'll select fillet, and then we select the horizontal, and then select the vertical, and then we can input our dimension there. It's left 25. And let's say that we wanted to add multiple fillets of the same dimension. We can do that by, again, choosing the fillet tool. We'll select this corner here. We won't input a parameter just yet. Let's say we want that to be 10 mil, and this one here. Okay, so now we've got both of those selected. Now we can enter the parameter. So in this case, let's go for 10 mil. Let's enter. And you'll see both of these are 10 mil. And this fillet here is controlled by this dimension here. I move this dimension. I put it there for now. If I then change that dimension to, let's say 25, we'll see that both of these fillets have increased to a 25 mil rad. I'm going to put that back. Let's do 5 mil. There we go. We've got 5 mil there, 5 mil there, 25 and 18. And so it's a very straightforward tool to use. It's very quick, very effective. It's used often in sketching, although we can also apply fillets within 3-dimensional mode as well. So that's after we extrude a profile. We can apply fillets after that. Or if we're in sketch mode, we can apply them before. There is a slight difference between the two, and we're going to cover that when we move on to the 3D modeling section. So that's it for the fillets. Now let me demonstrate to you chamfers. So again, I'm going to draw in a 2-point rectangle. Do the same dimensions. Let's go 150 by 100. Then from here we come under Modify, and then we put chamfer. 3 options here. We've got some nice previews that appear. For example, under equal distance chamfer, we can see there that the chamfer in this case is 20 by 20, so 20 mil vertical, 20 mil horizontal. We've got the distance and angle. So that's where we put a distance on either, in this case, the horizontal, or we can do the vertical, and then the angle would be applied, and that would determine the distance on the opposite, whether it's the horizontal or vertical. And then we've got the 2 distance chamfer. So this is where we have essentially a non-equal distance chamfer. Let's go ahead and apply some of these. Let's go for the equal distance chamfer first. And again, we can just select the corner point, or we can select the 2 lines. And I'll select the corner point for now. Let's go with a 20 mil chamfer. Press Enter. See if we've got 20 mil on the horizontal and 20 on the vertical. And if we look at these dimensions, 20 here, and then we've got fx20. Now fx is a function, okay, so it's referring to something. We hover the mouse over there, it's referring to this dimension here, which is d8. If we double click here, it just says it's referring to d8. So if I go ahead and change dimension d8, and I enter there, let's go for 15. We can then see that we've changed the horizontal by 15, and then the function has read off of that dimension at that both 15, and that remains as an equal distance chamfer. Come over to this corner then. Go ahead and demonstrate a distance and angle chamfer. Now, one note when we're using this tool, where we want to define the distance, we need to select that line first. For example, if we want to control the distance on the horizontal here, we choose this line. On the vertical, we choose this line first. So let's go ahead and let's go with the distance on the horizontal. Then we're going to choose a second line, just the vertical, and start to see the chamfer form. So for the linear distance here, let's cover 40. And for the angle, we can control it with this wheel, or we've got the parameter box there. I want to input an angle, go for 20 degrees, press enter. There we see our parameters, our dimensions have appeared there. And again, we can adjust these. So change that to 30 and change that to, let's go for 15. So that is the distance and angle chamfer. And last, we'll go for the two distance chamfer. So here, we're going to select two lines or a corner point. Let's go for the corner point. Then first of all, we need to enter in the highlighted arrow. So in this case, the horizontal. Let's go for 50 mil there. And then let's select this arrow here. And let's go for, say, 15 mil. Press enter. Now we've got those two linear distances there. And you can change any of these dimensions, so you can adjust them accordingly if you need to do so later. So that is a summary of the fillet and the chamfer tools. Very straightforward to use, and we'll definitely be using these in future lectures. And so I'll see you in the next lecture.